there's a quiet kind of tension that lives inside every composer, a push and pull between creation and release. I've known this feeling for as long as I've written music. The moment a piece begins to take shape, it becomes something personal, something mine. I shape it, nurture it, listen to its breath, and then eventually I'm asked to let it go. Letting go might mean sharing it with the world or shelving it away unfinished. Sometimes it means allowing it to live as it is, imperfect, unresolved, raw. And that, for me, has always been the hardest part. I often ask myself, when is a composition truly complete? It is it when I write the last note? Or is it when I emotionally release it from my hands? This month I reflecting on that dilemma. As a composer, I've built a deep connection to the pieces I've written, especially those that carry emotional weight. There are works I've revised endlessly, not because they weren't good, but because I wasn't ready to let them speak for themselves. I feared they'd be misunderstood or worse, forgotten. There's also grief in letting go. A composition often captures a moment in time, a memory, a feeling I've processed through sound. When I finish it, I'm saying goodbye to that moment, acknowledging that it's past, that is that it no longer lives inside me in the same way. Music has become a mirror, and finishing a piece sometimes means turning away from the reflection. But there's also beauty and surrender. In recent years, I have come to understand that letting go is part of the creative process. It's not an infidelity of the art, but act of trust. Trust that the music will carry its own meaning. Trust that the listener will find something true in it. Trust that the listener will find something true in it. And trust I trust that I will create again. This month's reflection is about learning that balance, about honoring the act of creation but not clinging too tightly, about knowing when to hold on and when to say this is enough. Because in letting go, I make room for something new. Composing is not just about making music, it is, it is about knowing when to let it go. By embracing the imperfections, understanding the emotional weight of music, and trusting the creative process, I continue to grow as a composer. The dilemma between creating and releasing will always exist, but learning to navigate it is part of the journey. The notes felt wrong, the structure uncertain. There's one specific moment that stands out. I had been working on a new composition for the anthology of the long era, a piece that I felt captured a deep personal emotion. But as I struggled with anxiety and overthinking, I almost abandoned it. One evening, after I had shared my feelings with a close friend, she simply she simply said, "I believe in your music. Keep going. It's going to touch people." That love and belief from someone who truly understood me reignited something within. It was in that moment that I realized love in music isn't just about receiving, it's allowing to be held gently by the faith of another, and sometimes that's enough to carry me forward. In this season of musical farewell, as I slowly release the music that once defined me, I've come to encounter a silence that is both unfamiliar and holy. Not the silence of absence, but the silence of God. The contemplative liturgical song, God of Silence, speaks of that stillness of waiting, of not understanding, and yet trusting. The lyrics echo what I have felt deeply, that even when I can no longer hear the music clearly or feel the same fire once I did, God is still there, shaping, holding, listening. Farewell often feels like a quiet ache, but in that ache, God meets me. Like, especially in this transition from Lenten season to Easter season, He doesn't always speak with sound. Sometimes He speaks in the pause between dreams, between identities, between what was and what is still becoming. I used to think God was present when I was full of song. As I reflect on the balance between creating and letting go, I am reminded of how both processes are essential to my artistic journey. Now I see, even in silence, He sings. Even in goodbye, He remains. As I walk this path of reflection, of release, I carry this truth. Silence is not the end of music. It is the place where music begins again. There's beauty in creation, the moments of inspiration, the act of bringing something new into existence. But there's also wisdom in letting go, trusting that the music will find its place, whether it's shared with the world or kept close to my heart. For example, the earlier example, the anthology from the longing era, a collection of unfinished thoughts, incomplete stories, and unresolved feelings, an invitation to create and reflect on what was, what could have been, and what I have still longed for. There is beauty in longing, a recognition that not everything needs resolution to have meaning. Music is deeply personal, often reflecting the emotions and experiences of the composer. Each note carries meaning, and every composition holds a piece of my journey. In this space between creation and release, I have come that letting go is not an end, but a natural part of the cycle. Each goodbye opens the door for something to emerge. A farewell is not with many words, but with music. It has been my voice, my prayer, and my heart. As I step into a new chapter, I share my music as blessings for you and for the journey ahead. Every goodbye carries seeds of hope. So, seasons change. The music shared between hearts is never lost. And so, as the final notes linger in the silence, I look back not with regret, but with gratitude for the music, the memories, and the moments that shaped this journey has been more than sound and silence. It has been a search for meaning, for self, and for God, and music. To those who walk with me, listen, and believe. Thank you. You'll be a part of a story I will always carry now, with peace in my heart and hope for what's to come. I'll go, my Mary.